Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow! 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 Ow!
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Reverend, the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle.
Good morning, blessed children. This is the, first of all, welcome to the Church of Last Resort, brought to you live every Sunday at this time, at this place, wherever you are right now, is where you can catch me every Sunday, including the Sundays where I'm not here live and I'm just doing a best of. That would be in December, if there's any best ofs. But other than that, I'm live. Like right now, watch, pinch me. Oh, good God. That's how you know I'm live. Because if you had just pinched me, if I was recording and you had pinched me, I would have done this. See? That's how you can tell the difference. So blessed be children. Blessed be you all. Thank you for joining us. I am the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle, PhD, DDS, ADHD, DST, MCM, And can I bow? Lord have mercy. Let us begin in the name, as we always do. We begin in the name of our patron saints of holiness, the George Carlin, the Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Fuck yeah! What? One more. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You can never have too many of those. Especially if you're driving. If you're driving and you're doing a little thing, you go, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, like that, just like that. Especially if you got like one of the big rigs, nothing says that you're being moved by the Spirit. Then you driving down the road and there's a big rig in front of you doing this. That nothing brings you closer to God than to have a big rig in front of you doing that. And all of a sudden, there's no atheists on the highway. That's what I'm talking about. Lord have mercy. But before I get too caught up in the Spirit, I have an opening prayer that I need to say because that's what we do. We have a formula. I know, but a lot of you don't think that. But let me say, a lot of you think, oh, he's just pulling this shit out of the seat of his pants. And no, I'm not. I have a formula, and it's right here. It's an outline, and it's right here. First, I have the date, which I never say to you because I don't know why. You know, it's cultural appropriation. The producers of the show, the Mind Dog TV and the Coffee with the Dog Peoples, they start off with the date every day, and I don't want to steal their thunder. Matter of fact, I think the date and stuff is copyrighted, and so if I give you the date, I may have to pay him money just for saying the date. And we don't like to waste your money. Our money is your money. Your money is our money. We get our money from you, from the donations that you provide to us. And I'm not going to waste our monies giving them. It's like a Ponzi scheme. You know, if I give me money and I have to give it to my boss and then I skim a little off the top. No, we don't do that. So we never tell you the date. We just assume you know what the date is because you're here today, right? It's today. There we go. Amen. Okay. Dear God, who is first to forgive when your children fuck up, forgive me for fucking up. I forgot that today is Palm Sunday, and I didn't write a Palm Sunday sermon. I will work on my Easter sermon tonight so that I will not have to ask for forgiveness for the same or a similar fuck up next week. Can I get a day job view? In a related sin, forgive me for losing a little of the church funds in last night's cards games. I really thought you had my back because I had a flush. Damn it. Can I get a redeal? Dear Lord of libation, lift up the extended members of the Mind Dog TV family who are in need of blessings. And I am speaking of anyone who didn't bet chalk and use the mybookie.com Mind Dog TV app betting site to do it. Forgive those people, the ones who they deserve to get their brackets busted. Forgive them, but they deserve it. They deserve it. Can I get a rebound? And Lord of the lap dance, please bless all of the women who are using the March Madness as cover while they escape their relationships. May thy brackets comfort thee. Can I get some overtime? Lord have mercy. And finally, Lord, bless the mind. What'd you say? Yes, bless the behind the scenes people at Mind Dog TV and behind the scene people at the Church of Last Resort. And bless them whether or not they buy gear at the minddogtv.com merch thing. You go to the minddogtv.com and you see the merch. Bless them whether they buy stuff or not. But the more they buy, the more they should be blessed. That's what I'm saying. And so please bless them. Lord, bless our behind the scenes staff, because they put up with so much in your name. They stay awake when they don't have to. They have other things that they could be doing. And we are so grateful that they are here with us. And Lord, we thank you and we ask you to bless them a real hearty blessing. I mean, the kind of blessings that you have to usually pay extra for when you're at the club. When you can't touch and no kissing on the mouth, one of those blessings, the good ones. Yeah, so in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a buck? Yeah. Now, chilling of the corn. I kind of, as I mentioned before, I had a different sermon that I didn't write for today. And that sermon was, the one I didn't write for today was called The Good Lie, The Bad Truth, and the Thoughtful Omission. And I was to break it down using the broken down board and the breakdown board, right? I think that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call that my breakdown board. Let me write that down. Let me write down the breakdown. Breakdown the breakdown. I'm calling that my breakdown board. From now on, I'm going to put a little sticker right there that says the breakdown board. Everybody see. And to remind me what I just named it. I just named it that. I have to write that. I do have to write that down because I won't remember this later. It's called the breakdown board. And somebody in the chat room will write that down for me. The breakdown board. Good God, man. The Lord works in mysterious ways when he works at all. That's what I'm talking about. So I was going to discuss that, but it was brought to my attention just last night that today was Palm Sunday. I'm going to tell you, we went to, myself, my wife, Mona, and the Fendersons, the GD and the Carol, we went out to dinner. Went to some parishioners. We went to the home of some people who are friends of the show and friends of the comedy, and we played some cards for entertainment and cash. And I did not do so well. I apologize. But if it makes you feel any better, most of the money that I lost came out of petty cash, and I probably would have lost it some other way. But this way, I had a chance of getting some of it back. And eventually I will, because those people that won the money will probably come out to see one of the shows and buy tickets and come see one of the shows, and eventually it'll come back. Eventually. So we were playing, we were doing the card thing, and one of the parishioners says, so Reverend, you have a special sermon for tomorrow being Palm Sunday. And I looked at her and I said, Palm Sunday? And then they asked if I had gotten the palms ready, and I looked at the palms, and so I thought that I should immediately leave the card game and come home and start working on the sermon and gathering palms and stuff like that. And I did immediately leave 3 hours later, 2 hours later, 2.5. Right, yeah. It was a little bit later. But the point is, I immediately left as soon as we finished playing cards, 2.5 hours later. But the point is, and this is the thing, the sermon is about the good lie, the bad truth, and the thoughtful omission. That was the original sermon. So I'm not going to lie to you. I do not have any palms for you today. So if you were expecting me to give you a palm, I apologize. I do not have a palm. But what I do have is a new tradition. See, handing out palms on Palm Sundays is an old tradition. And now with the rainforest being cut down, so that people can have palms and be passing out palms on Sunday when half of them only show up on Sunday, that doesn't seem right. That we should be destroying the environment for Palm Sunday. After all, he's the Lord of the planet and all of its creatures. So we should be protecting its creatures and not cutting down the palms and destroying the planet in the process. So we at the Church of Last Resort are trendsetters, and we are going to start a whole new trend. And instead of Palm Sunday, we are going to start Dead Daffodil Sunday. See, these came out of our garden, and they're all over the fucking place. But how many palms do I have in my yard? None. But they'd be in this vase right here. I did say vase. See, if it's over $50, well, if it's under $50, it's a vase. If it's $50 or more, it's a vase. So this is a vase. It's lead crystal and made by hand, little tiny hands in a little tiny country in a little tiny part of the world. That's beside the point. But these are homegrown dead daffodils, came out of our yard. So it's a new tradition. Instead of killing things, growing things to kill, these are all over our yard, and we just cut them a week early, and they're dead. And so we give them to you on Palm Sunday, see, dead Daffodil Sunday. And then on Easter Sunday, we will resurrect them, see, because they're dead, and we'll bring them back. You bring them back to us with 1995, and we will give you new live daffodils that have been resurrected in our garden. So yes, a new tradition. Today is now Dead Daffodil Sunday. Mark that in your calendar. The Sunday before Easter, Dead Daffodil Sunday. Lord have mercy. So thank you. It's a new tradition. Pass it on. Save the planet. Save the planet and the palms and Dead Daffodil Sunday. And a lot of you have already gotten your daffodils from the yard because they're all over the fucking place. You can't drive down the street and see and not see a daffodil. Even places where you didn't plant them, they're there and they grow. And it's a beautiful thing. They come in all kinds of colors, just like the peoples of the planet. We come in all kinds of colors and all kinds of shapes, and that's how the daffodils come. But the palms, green. Every last one of them, green. We should just hand them out on St. Patrick's Day. No, we shouldn't be handing them out at all because we're killing the planet. Stop it. The point is, they're homogeneous, they're all green, but the daffodils come in all shapes and all kinds of colors. Well, they come in daffodil shape. That's the shape they come in, daffodil shape. But the point is that they're a beautiful thing, and that you, hopefully you will participate in Dead Daffodil Sunday, and you will begin the new tradition. Thank you. So, you know what I didn't do, and I apologize. Lord have mercy. I am thrown off. I'm missing my chapstick. My chapstick. I can't find my chapstick. Well, actually, it's Blistex. They're the sponsor. They don't know it yet, but Blistex. And my lips are sticking, and I'm super concerned about the fact that I can't get my lips to operate right. But I didn't do my bump. I did not do my bump for the Lord, and I apologize. And I want to go back and do the prayers all over again, but I'm not. It's my fault. I'm not going to make you suffer because I forgot to show you this, do this, and then have a little bump for the Lord. Thank you. See, that's what happens. I hate messing things up. I can't tell you how many times I don't mess up often, like maybe 400, 500, 600 times a day. That's it. And twice that on Sundays. But every time I mess up, it hurts me right here and right here because I have to learn from my mistakes, and it's so much learning, and it hurts so much learning. Lord have mercy. So let me get back to the dinner thing. So after after I lost some of the money playing cards, my wife Amona and I we got home, and it was still early in the evening, but it was late for us. It was like 10:30 p.m. and we are usually in bed by 8, 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. But because we were friends, we were up till late. But we weren't tired because we were all excited it was invigorating. It's always good to see friends and have dinner. Actually, it wasn't really dinner. It was drinks and snacks and a little March Madness in the background instead of music, listening to basketball. So when we got back home, my wife Amona, she was still a little happy, and she walks up to me and she kisses me on the cheek, and she says, "Jelly," and she takes her hand and she gently and lovingly places them in my naughty part area, and she gives a little squeeze, and I say, "Amona," and she goes, "Jelly," and I say, "Amona," and she says, "I'm just checking to see if you still have your balls, because you didn't play cards like you had any." And I was, huh? And she was right. I didn't play aggressive. And I did not play like I had the cojones. And I do not blame her for checking. I don't blame her. It was initially when she was checking, it was kind of like music to my ears. You know what I'm saying? She was there just making the chimey things, yeah. And then the music stopped because I didn't play well. So if you're going to play cards, especially with church money, be aggressive. Be aggressive. BEAGGRESSIVE. Be aggressive. Raw. So back to the good lie, the bad truth, and the thoughtful omission. Here's the deal. It's true that everybody lies. Everybody lies. And I don't blame people for lying. I don't think lying is a bad thing. That's what this sermon is going to be about. Lying is not necessarily a bad thing, and truthing is not necessarily a good thing. And for example, let's say you're at a funeral and the person in the coffin is during life, in your eyes, were a real SOB. And I don't mean one of those fake SOBs that you maybe see on television or Nickelodeon. I mean a real SOB, the kind that you'd see in the street and maybe on a dark alley, something like that. One of those kinds of SOBs. Is the funeral the right place? Well, let's say you're the minister. You're the minister, and first of all, that's the first trick right there. 9 out of 10 times, the minister who's performing the service did not know the person in the box. Right there. There no connection. See that? That's a connection. And minister, the person in the box, right there, that's the connection. They didn't have it. No connection whatsoever. But the minister wants you to feel connected to the person in the box, even though they had no connection. Sometimes they don't even get the name right. They'll be saying things like, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we're here to celebrate the life of brother or sister so-and-so. And so-and-so was a real so-and-so. They don't tell you that part. They try to find things about that person that are pleasant. And sometimes they really dig up shit or make shit up or really, really twist shit, you know? So like if that person was a pedophile, they're not going to say he was or she was a pedophile. They're going to say they really loved children. You know, see what I'm saying? Now you see what I'm saying? And they're doing that to help the other people feel good. The good lie, the bad truth, and the thoughtful omission. That statement was almost all three. My goal in life, and I hope yours as well, is to get through it happy and to not harm people. And I'm saying that because I'm assuming that if you're here watching, you are watching because you want to help people and not harm people. If you're watching because you want to know how to harm people, I would think watching the show could be harmful enough. But yeah, just make them watch the show. You don't have to harm them. Just send them the link where you are right now. Send it to the person you want to harm and say, watch this. It could hurt you. Please. And spread the word. But I'm assuming that you're one of the good ones and you don't want to harm people. And so take the link, share it with people and say, I don't want to harm you. Let's learn how to not harm people together. So I'm sure you've seen this on television a lot of times. You get the man in whatever room and the lady walks in and goes, honey, do these pants make me look fat? And the man says, why? And the joke is that are these jeans too tight? And of course, in the show, the jeans are too tight. And the man has to say, why, no, honey. You know, now, of course, I think it was a comedian named Sinbad who said, could have been somebody else, I don't know. But the woman says, do these jeans make me look fat? And the man goes, no, the jeans don't make you look fat. Your ass makes you look fat. Okay, see, that's a bad use of the truth. Okay, just tell the good lie and say, I'm sorry. Yeah, tell the good lie. Just say you look beautiful no matter what you wear. Again, we all lie, but you're trying to get out the door. You don't want to have them changing clothes again, or whatever. But the bad truth can hurt. We're not trying to hurt, or the thoughtful omission. See, now, like I said, the good lie, and I'm going to spell that this way, the good lie, the bad truth, and the thoughtful omission. That's too long to write, so I'm just going to omit that. I'm going to be thoughtful about it. It's just too many letters. Thoughtful omission. So we're just going to omit that part. But it goes right over here. This is the thoughtful omission right there. Don't have to write it down. You know what I'm talking about. So someone says to you, well, first of all, what is the last good lie you told? Think about it just for a moment. What was it? Now, see, I'm not talking about a selfish lie. I'm not talking about when you're trying to protect yourself and think that if you protect yourself, the other person, like let's say you're cheating on your spouse, and you think that them not knowing is a good lie, because otherwise it'll wreck the marriage. Nah. If you're cheating, then you don't have a marriage really there to wreck. You just in a relationship where you're doing bad shit. But I'm not here to judge. That's not what we're here to do. And we're not here to omit it or bad truth it. I'm just talking about a good lie is the lie you tell to protect someone, and it would only do them harm to know the truth. They would not benefit, okay? If you can make somebody feel good with that kind of lie, I'd say tell that lie. But if telling them the truth is going to harm them and make them worse off, you don't. Now, and I'm not talking about a bad truth. For example, here we go. I was trying not to touch this rail, but I'm going to touch it. And you can judge for yourself whether or not I touch it in the good, whether this is good touch or bad touch. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it. No, let me think about it. I'm going to think about it. But while I think about whether or not I want to touch this rail, I'm going to have the people behind the scenes play this brief commercial. It's very brief. It's only about 2 hours long. No, it's like 2 minutes. But this promo, if they could just hit the button for me, we could, while I think about whether or not I want to touch this rail.
Brothers and sisters, this is the disembodied voice of the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle, PhD, DDS, MTM, LIX, EIEIO. You may know me from the comedy special The Disillusionist on the YouTubes and Spark TV, or you may have seen me from the waist up on the Church of Last Resort, streaming live on MindDog TV on Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Eastern. Now, here's your chance to see the rest of me and sleep in late. Come see Blessings and Blasphemy, an interactive comedy experience featuring me, the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle, at the pulpit and you in the pews. Let me say that again. Featuring me, the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle at the pulpit and you in the pews. Hear hilarious sermons, receive thy blessings, confess thy sins, and play games to win forgiveness. Your sins could win you a prize at the end of the night. It's not about faith, it's about fun. Let me say that again. It's not about faith, it's about fun. Tickets for this May 16th comedy show are $10 online at churchofsatirecomedyclub.com and $15 at the door. The door and the rest of the club is located at 106 Broadway, Hanover, Pennsylvania. Seating is general admission, and this show is for people 18 and over. If you want to bring your minor children, don't. If you insist, then their tickets are $500 for ages 6 to 17 and $1,000 for people under 6 years of age. And case you haven't figured it out, I don't want your kids or any trouble with the police. Doors open at 7 p.m. DST. Show begins at 7:30 p.m. CPT. To paraphrase REM, you don't have to lose your religion, but you may want to leave it at the door. And now for a disclaimer. Games are consensual and non-binding unless requested. All other Church of Satire rules apply. And in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah? Yeah, I decided to touch it. I'm gonna touch it. I thought about it and I'm gonna touch it. Okay, here we go. This is me touching it. Let's say you have a family member who let's say you have a family member who damn it. It's so hard for me to touch this early in the morning because I'm trying not to, but what the fuck? All right, let's say they are a supporter of a certain candidate who is a thieving rapist who takes money, who knows the best people, and let's say instigated a insurrection on January 6th. I don't want to mention Donald Trump by name because he hasn't been to court for all of those things, and it might be wrong and judgmental for me to say that, but we know he did it. We have the tape, okay? It's like OJ. We know he did it, okay? So we know Donald Trump did it, but I'm not going to say his name for legal purposes. Well, I could just say allegedly, but we know he did it. We have the tapes. And he admits it. But you have family members, okay, who are really, really strong supporters of him. And they keep saying shit like, inflation is Biden's fault. Okay, well, no, it's not. But here's the deal. They keep saying, they want you to say, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? And well, the answer is yes, because 4 years ago, we had a pandemic running through this country that Donald Trump mishandled. See, they want you to forget that he's done that shit. Now, in their case, they don't have the good lie, they have the big lie. The big lie, and almost no truth, and a whole lot of omission. And I think I touched it, and I should have been wearing gloves because I'm not sure I was ready to touch it. I touched it, and I wasn't ready to touch it. But I'm there. I'm there touching it. And well, if you've ever been in that situation, when you started touching it, you've got to finish. You got to finish. Otherwise, it's just frustrating, like what I'm feeling right now. And I need to go back and find something else to do. But I'm not going to have you listen to a commercial while I think about it. So this is what I'm going to do instead, because I'm floundering. Let's do that. I'm gonna pass out, not pass out like pass out, hand out the dead daffodils to parishioners while I think. So this one's yours. Here we go. This one's yours. There we go. Thank you. And just stand up, form a single line. Single line. There you go. There we go. You don't have to no genuflecting. I'll just say, here we go. Here we go. This one's yours. There we go. Bless you, my child. Here we go. This one's yours, right there. And we'll one more. Because it fell out anyway. Now, shit, that's gonna cost me now because I gotta clean that shit up. And those things are wet and they're getting all over my wood floor. And I have OCD and now I have stuff on the floor and I got to clean it up, but I'm not going to. It's not going to be a distraction.
It's not going to be a distraction. It's not going to be a distraction. It's not going to be a distraction. It's not going to be a distraction. It's not going to be a distraction. So, children, what I'm trying to say is it's like this. And I'm going to sound like a broken record. And probably because I am a broken record. I'm going to look you in the eye and tell you that sometimes lying is good. Okay? Sometimes it's good to tell a lie. For example, I'm an only child. Now, I wasn't always an only child, but I'm an only child now. I am the last of the brothers and the sisters of the Rolle family. I mean, you probably did not know about my sister Crescent, you know, and the other members about the brothers and sisters. They're all gone. It's just me now. But they all had kids, and their kids did not know their parents when their parents were children. And if they say to me, Uncle Jelly, what was my mother like? Or Uncle Jelly, what was Nana like? I'm the only one they can go to for that information now. Do I tell them the truth? Do I tell them is that, look, Nana was an alcoholic and Nana was mean, not like she was to y'all. See, that's the thing. Nana was beautiful to the grandkids. I don't even know where that woman came from. The grandkids are like, Nana's great. She's wonderful. Nana is like the most wonderful person in the world. It's like, no, Nana was mean. She was, woo. She used to beat our asses with things that today would get you locked up for a long time. But do the children need to know that? They don't need to know that yet, unless they themselves start to display those same attributes. And then you can say to them, you know, I know why you're mean, selfish SOB. It's because Nana was, and Nana passed it down to your parents, and your parents taught that to you. Let me tell you, see, every family has some kind of dysfunction. The name of the game is to find the dysfunction, stop the dysfunction, don't spread the dysfunction so that that family member can go on and raise their family without the dysfunction. Did I have enough dysfunction in there? I didn't count. How many was that? Roll the tape. Like I said, we are here to help you. Now I need you to help me because I'm stuck. Lord have mercy. And I got no no, here we go. Last time. This is my last reset. Okay, my last reset. Maybe it's not my last reset. Maybe it's my here's the deal. Did y'all see the game last night? Which one? Duquesne? Was it Duquesne? But anyway, they were way over their heads. I didn't see the game. It was an on in the background. I don't know. Damn it. I'm lost. I'm so lost. Lord have mercy. Okay. And here's the funny thing. I can't tell you that because that'd be divulging it. Okay, here's the deal. I was not prepared. See, I should be talking about not the Palm Sunday, because we have a new tradition, the Daffodil Sunday, and I should be talking about that and about how the Jesus rode into town on the back of an ass, and everybody threw that shit at him and sang songs, and they went out and they had a good time and they drank. And they sang things like Hosanna, Hosanna. Well, you saw the documentary, Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a beautiful documentary, shot in Technicolor. You saw that, and how he came riding on the back of an ass, and they threw shit at him. Okay, and then a week later, then they killed him. Like a few days later, they just like killed his ass. You saw that, And I should be talking about that because this is, quote, a church. But I can't do it. I just can't do it, because then I have to explain other shit to you, like why Judas did it. See? And I don't want to have to explain that to you, because some of you, that we're going to get like the good lie and the bad truth. See, some people think Judas did it because Judas hated Jesus. That's not the theory that we have. Our theory is that Judas did it because he really believed in Jesus too much. And he didn't understand that Jesus couldn't do all the stuff that was in his press kit. You know, like when you hear these comedians and they go like, I'm Jack the comedian, and you read his press kit or his Facebook thing that says, I'm Jack the comedian, and I'm super fucking funny, and I will make you laugh and pee your pants. And then you see Jack the comedian, and he's not, you know, and that's what it was. It's like, I'm Jesus Christ. Well, okay, Christ was a title. It means anointed one. Okay? You're walking around saying I'm Jesus Christ is like saying I'm Jack the comedian. All right? If you're really the Christ, you don't have to go around and say it. People will know it because they'll see it. You'll be funny. Yeah. So, but the Judas guy really believed in that stuff. He's like, you know, I believe in you, and I think if you only had the chance to prove it, like maybe stand trial and maybe get crucified and then come back and prove it to everybody else, and they'll believe like I believe. Let's do that. And so, and the going rate back then for proof of life, actually this was proof of second life, was 30 pieces of silver. Now, that gave us that helped us in no way whatsoever, but it's a good story. See, here's the deal. Damn it. I don't want to do this. I opened up, I started touching it. Damn it. I wish I hadn't touched it now, because it's not in my heart. I can't do it. I can't do it. Lord, I can't do it. What? Here we go. Okay, this is my fourth and final reset. Okay. The good lie, the bad truth, and the thoughtful omission. And I wish I had thought to omit all of this shit 20 minutes ago, but I didn't. Right now, there's somebody, I think this is a continuation of last night when I was playing cards, and when I started playing, I thought I was winning, and each hand just kept getting deeper and deeper in debt. And as I was watching the pile of money go down lower and lower, and I kept thinking, it has to stop sinking at some point. You can't lose it all. You can. You can lose it all. And I did. And the same thing is happening right now. I thought I had a good hand. The good lie, the bad truth, and the thoughtful omission. Damn it, that seems so good and so promising. And I wish I had developed it more. Damn it. All right. See, you know what the thing is? There's nothing to explain. That's my problem. There's nothing to explain. We all told the good lie. We've all told the bad truth, and we've all done the thoughtful omission. And I think the fact that I did 3 things that were self-explanatory left me with no place to go but to explain shit that you already understand. That's it. That's today's lesson. I shouldn't be explaining shit to you that you already understand. I'm going to sit back and let you explain it to me. Nah, that's not going to work. I'm gonna talk to you about here's the deal. I fucked up. Major fucked up. Okay. In the news, starting tomorrow, they're going to have a hearing about the Donald Trump. Donald Trump it's a deadline. He has to come up with $464 million to give to the state. Monday is his deadline. His lawyers went to the court and said, we can't get that kind of money. We don't have that kind of money. And Donald Trump goes up and says, I have all that money and more. And I can get more all the time. So the lawyers are not allowed to lie to the judge in court. The lawyers have to be telling the truth, right? So if on this day, the lawyers say, we do not have the money, we are short of the money. And on this day, Trump says, oh, not only do we have the money, not only do we have the money, we have so much money, we can't give it away. What happened between these two things when they're in court saying, I don't have any money, and then he says, I have lots of money? Because as soon as he says that, Letitia James is going to start looking for it. Okay? My guess is that somebody gave him the money. Okay? Somebody gave him the money. Somebody who fits in the thoughtful omission circle, someone with the dark money, someone nefarious gave him the money. And this is what they want in return. If he gets reelected, they want, you're not going to give somebody $500 million and not want something in return. So if he gets reelected, they want some serious favors. If he doesn't get reelected, well, he did just just go public with Truth Social. Speaking of bad Truth Social, where I think the deal is for, I think it's like $3.5 billion. Donald Trump owns, I think, 78 million shares. He owns like 53% of the company. 58%. I think he owns 58% of the company. So he's going to get a little bit more than half of this once it goes public. And if that's the case, he's going to be able to pay that money back if he doesn't become president. But if he does, or you know what else is worth that kind of money? Donald Trump is the presumptive nominee. Okay? Which means he is entitled to daily security briefings. Daily security briefings. That means fresh shit that nobody knows about yet, nobody's seen. So Biden says to Donald Trump, this is what's going on in Israel. This is what we're going to do about Ukraine, or this, that's fresh secrets. And he can go straight to Putin, straight to MBS over in Iran, say, I got new fresh secrets that are only 3 hours old. Does this cover my debt? See, that is none of those. It's not a good lie. It's not a bad truth. It's not a thoughtful omission. It's just fucking facts. I don't know where that fits in, but it shits in my head. The thing is, people that are supporting the Trump, there you go. That's what it is. That's something that they need to hear. But again, it's not a good lie. It's the truth. So it doesn't fit under any of those categories. Again, I can't do it. I fucked up. Damn it, man. I fucked up, and I got 7 or 8 more minutes to try to straighten this out to make this show interesting to you, because otherwise you just wasted all of your time and mine. And why are you wasting my time? What the fuck you doing there? I'm sorry. So let me tell you a joke then. I'm gonna tell you a joke. Knock knock. No, that's I'm just teasing. I need to apologize to people behind the scenes because they started this with me, and by God, they're like sticking with me, and probably up until 9:59 and 59 seconds, when they can just push the button and go, I'm out of here. I'm going back to bed. What the fuck did I get up for? I'm gonna apologize to you right now. I'm gonna apologize to the audience later in a meme, because maybe it'll be funnier in a meme. I don't know. Or by the time I re-edit this and cut out all the bullshit and show you like the 30 seconds of the show that was funny, they'll be like, that was a pretty fucking funny show. That's what I'll do. I'm going to cut all the other bullshit out and make a 30-second thing. They'll be like, damn, I missed a good show. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know which 30 seconds I'm going to show. Maybe be the 30 seconds in the green room when I was getting dressed. That was pretty funny. So, yesterday, damn, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. You know, I feel bad. I'm really feeling bad that I forgot what today was. It's booked, and I'd like to say it's my calendar's fault, but I'm pretty sure if I looked at my calendar, it probably said Palm Sunday right on it. And it probably says Easter Sunday next week. But I tell you what, so, but I have I haven't written it yet, but I'm going to have like a really good sermon next week about Easter Sunday. I hope. I haven't written it yet. I don't even know I'm going to. No. And this, you know, the sad part is, this is my favorite time of year. This is my favorite time of year. I really do like this time of year, and again, and it's not because of the resurrection and stuff like that, because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the 3 days in the grave and the rising up. That I like this time of year because of the music, Easter music. See, like people like Christmas. I hate Christmas, and it's because of the Christmas music. You know, because they start playing it like right after Halloween, and they play it all the way through New Year's Day, and everybody has like a Christmas song that they play, or everybody has a Christmas album. You know, starting with ABBA and Mama Mary, all the way up to Warren Zevon and the Werewolves of Bethlehem. They all have like the Christmas songs, and it's just too fucking many, and I get tired of it. But the Easter bands, there's only like a handful of Easter songs, or Easter bands, and so they wait until Easter Day to play them, and that's it. They don't want to waste it because they don't have that many to play. There's only a handful, and they can't play them over and over and over and over again. And so you get 1 day of Easter music. That's it. And so you hear bands like Jesus and Mary Chain, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Judas Priest, Nazareth, and Jesus Jones, MC 900 Foot Jesus, and 9 Inch Nails. Those are the only, it's like I said, just a handful. By the time you get to those albums, that's it. 1 day of Easter music, and then you go back to your regularly scheduled program. That's why I like Easter, and that's why I should have been better prepared. This is my holiday. This is what I like. This is, when you get the baskets full of the grass and the edibles, you know, and the baskets with the chocolate bunnies and the colored eggs, the African American eggs. This is a beautiful time, and children go out and they hunt for the eggs and they play in the grass, and their allergies get all stuck up in their noses, and they're wheezing and crying, and their eyes get swollen because they shouldn't have been out there playing in the grass, but you're making them play in the grass because it's Easter time. And then they get the stains in their pants, and there's some big guy in the background that you've paid $50 for, and he's got on this big rabbit outfit with the ears, and it's got the goofy eyes and a really sinister grin, and he scares the children because they're like, mommy rabbits aren't supposed to smell like that. Why does he smell homeless? You know, but that's what the holiday's all about. Homeless, giant, smelly rabbits with kids playing in the grass when they shouldn't be because of their allergies. Or some adults, you know, like the adults, you can give them the drugs for the nose and stuff, but the kids, I don't know. Can you give kids drugs for that? Make just Ritalin. I think that's what you give kids for allergies, right? Ritalin or Adderall. Yeah. So if they got the allergies and they're sneezing, just give them a little bit of Ritalin and send them out to play. But that's why I like this holiday, because kids and family can get outside and play. You can do that with the Christmas. I guess you can send everybody out, but the Christmas is better for that, for the allergies, because then you just send the kids out in the snow and you make the angels. You can't really make the angels. Well, you can. Let's see. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Your homework this week is to take the kids outside and put them in the grass and see if they can make grass angels. Okay? And send your pictures into Mind Dog TV, or, you know, take the pictures of the kids making grass angels, send them into Mind Dog TV, and we'll give you a prize, maybe a t-shirt or two. But make sure they're small t-shirts that you order, because the money's coming out of my pocket, and the smaller the t-shirt, the cheaper it is. I think that's how that works. But so that's your home assignment. Take pictures of the children making grass angels and send them in to us, and we will judge them. Even though we don't like to judge people, we'll judge your pictures, and we'll send you the size t-shirt of the child that's in the picture. So the shirt's not for you. The shirt is for the child, okay? And they can wear one of the shirts, or better yet, give them a coffee mug? Are they too young to drink coffee? Can't give them a coffee mug. We'll give them a hot chocolate mug. No, it's the spring. It's the t-shirt. When we do it in the winter, we'll give them a hot chocolate mug. So, having danced for the past 5 or 6 minutes, I've made it to the end of the show. Thank God for me, and thank God for you, because you couldn't take another minute. If you stuck around another minute, I apologize. I really do. I should have been, damn it. And you know something? I shouldn't apologize. I should pretend I meant this show to run like this. As like, yep, this show is just the way I planned it. And I hope you enjoyed it. But so on behalf of the Church of the Last Resort and the entire Rolle family, my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, and our dog Stop Dropping, I wish you safe travels. And I hope you will join us next week when I have a better show, or better showing, or better show up myself. I better show up. That's it. I better show up. And join us on the Mind Dog TVs and everywhere that our word is heard. Thank you. And in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah, y'all.
Fuck yeah!